Hey there everybody, Andrew King, Editor-in-Chief of Canadian Musician. Once again, we are here at CMW 2018. This is our last CMLive session for the day, capping it off in style. Singer-songwriter, guitar player, and just general great artist, self-promoter, Sophia Radisch.
Hi, I want to thank you so much, Andrew, for this opportunity, and your support means the world to me.
Oh, of course,
yeah.
It's been a total pleasure. Sophia's been making the rounds here at CMW, as I say, pushing the project, keeping the hustle going, and so yeah, we thought we'd cap it off with someone leading by example. The most recent album is called Beautiful Sin, dropped in 2016, although we're pretty excited. Sophia's now working with producer Rob Fraboni, whose list of credits is exemplary. Rolling Stone, it's icons.
Rolling Stones, Bonnie Raitt, Eric Clapton, Joe Cocker, the band. I could go on and on and on. Last Waltz, he worked on that.
Unreal. So cooking some new stuff for the next LP. Maybe that's the best place to start here, is like what stage are we at with new music and the collab with Rob?
Yeah, thank you so much for asking. I'm currently in pre-production with Rob Fraboni, and he inspired me to start a Toronto band, my Canadian band, and for studio purposes as well as touring, and I can't wait to get to continue this project. And I've been writing so much. I've been writing increasingly more and more, and just coming from my soul, and I'm just thrilled with this opportunity that I have with Rob, and it's going really well. And this year is going to be a really hustling year where I'm going to be in the studio and working non-stop, and I'm going to have some really amazing music for you guys for 2019, and I can't wait. I can't wait. So
we're pretty stoked too.
Yeah.
2019 early happy?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
The timeline. Tell us about that. New Toronto band. You've got some shows coming up throughout the summer you can let people know about.
Okay.
But I think of the three that we talked about, one of them was solo, but two with the full band.
Oh yeah.
What was the process like putting together musicians, finding people that vibed well and are ultimately going to help you realize your vision from the stage?
Wow, that's a good question. Since I'm very well connected in the Toronto scene, it was actually quite easy for me to find these players, these amazing players, and it was an amazing process. It's always an amazing process to form bands, and I've had experience forming bands in Las Vegas and LA, and it just seems to be, it's not luck, but it's just destiny. I think it's just the universe, and I'm very fortunate and thrilled that I haven't had to go through many musicians in and out like that. So it's been amazing. It's been really good, and I have shows coming up. So June 21st at the Boat in Kensington Market with the band, and I'm really excited and thrilled. And June 22nd at the Rock Pile, and I'm opening for some tribute bands, a Pink Floyd band and a Rush tribute band as well. It's going to be really exciting. And and May 19th I'm going to be opening for Michael White and the White solo acoustic set, and that's going to be amazing. He has the longest running Led Zeppelin tribute band in Canada, and he's worked with Robert Plant and all that. So it's really exciting, and I have so many more gigs that I'll be posting on Facebook and on all social media.
Which is very active, very prolific. I encourage you to check out the channels. Okay, so I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the inroads that you've made in Vegas and LA. But first, 19 years old, like total whirlwind. And what's even more surprising than that is that you've been, I guess, working towards this career since you were 12?
Yes. Yeah, I'd say professionally since the age of 12. And
professionally since the age of 12. Yeah, so that was my question, is that I would love to hear like the mindset of a 12-year-old that says, this is what I'm going to do with my life, and just the progress that you made, the things that you've been working on since then.
Well, it's really, it really is 10 years in the making. Nothing really is overnight. not for it's usually 10 years in the making. And for me, I've been on stage my whole life, and it's just something that I've always been. It's always been my passion is to be on stage, and I felt the most open and it's a thrill to be on stage. I kind of just popped out into the world like, hey, I'm meant for the stage. I'm meant to be a rocker. And so my soul space is I'm a rocker. I'm a rock and roller, and it's an honor to be a singer, songwriter, musician. And I love the musician scenes in both Canada and the U.S. And I guess the mindset of a 12-year-old would just be. It's being present in the moment. You have to be present in the moment and not really think too much about where you're headed or the past. It's just about loving what you do and being in the moment and kind of just going with it. And it just seems to work that way. You just trust the universe. I'm being a hippie right now, but trust the universe and you'll get the signs. You will find your calling. And for me, it's music.
But they say you have to be good to be lucky, you have to be lucky to be good. So, yeah, I mean, we can credit the universe and divine intervention or whatever else you want to call it, but at the bottom line is you are a hard worker.
Yes, yes.
And one of the things I'm really curious about that I think a lot of people watching would be curious about too, because one of the most frequent questions, topics of discussion that we get at events like CMW or just interacting with other artists is about endorsements, about like partnering with brands. In a lot of cases we're talking musical instrument companies, but about basically being sponsored or endorsed by a brand where, well, you know how that works. All this to say, I mean, you work with the cream of the cream. Gibson Guitars artist, Marshall Amplification artist, American Hat Company artist. I suppose
GHS Strings.
I'll let you, I was going to say I'll let you plug the others because it's part of the question, and ultimately I'm just curious about, because these are things that people, in a lot of cases with some pretty good traction in the industry, are still like looking for, still trying to figure out how it works.
Yeah.
How have you been able to like tap into this? I mean, you've got the
the
look, the hard work. Like I can see why people would want to tie themselves to your balloon. But
Thank you.
Walk us through the process.
Thank
if you don't mind.
Thank you so much, Andrew. I would say I had to, so since my last album, Beautiful Sin, came out, and I had the privilege to work with Glenn Drover, formerly of Megadeth, and his brother Sean Drover, and they're both session musicians on the album. After that album came out, I really started to perform more and more and more, getting out there and not in the studio, so more performance and making these connections with these endorsement companies. And really what happened was they like what they saw, they like what they see, and I was able to connect with them because of the online promotions and my image online and everything I do. And I think it's really important in this day and age that you get yourself out online and you go with the times. And but at the same time, I've been able to do this in the old school way by just getting out on the road, just me and my mom, basically getting out on the road and really just doing it the old school rock and roll way. I've had a lot of ups and downs with that, and like mostly ups, of course, but it's a lot of hard work and really making these connections. You have to find yourself and know who you are, know who your audience is, and things will happen.
Oh, spot on. Here, why don't we close it off with, it's the last day of CMW 2018. You've been on the ground for a while. Tell us a bit about the event, or maybe events like this, like where the opportunity of getting out there, connecting with new people, looking to get your music into people's ears, just getting your image in front of people's eyes. How has this been going for you? Any
at CMW? I did. Well, you know, these conventions, they're the best place to network in your industry. They're the best places to make new connections or reconnect with old connections, and always go prepared. Like I have my business cards, I have my picture of me in the Gibson showroom with my bio at the back, and I just hand those things out like And I'm not shy. You can't be shy, or else no one will ever hear about you or know who you are. And the good thing about having this top hat on is that people come up to you and say, "Hey, you're the top hat girl. Like I know you because of the top hat." And so for me, that's my thing. That's my thing. So find your thing, right? And so I've had an amazing time at CMW, and I've made so many new connections, and it's an honor to be in the Toronto music scene once again after coming back from LA and Vegas and connecting with everyone here. And I have to say that my favorite seminar that I've been to was the one with Tom Jackson. Jackson, which actually was sponsored by Canadian Musician Magazine, right?
She'll do our plugs too.
I'll do your plug. Okay, perfect. So yeah, I think that was my favorite, and I'm not being biased or anything. This guy's a genius when it comes to performance, and I know you've sponsored him many times before.
Absolutely.
And he taught me to always exceed your audience's expectations and be selfless to your audience. So it's not only about pleasing you and yourself on stage, but it's also about pleasing the audience and the people who came to see you, and you want them to want to come back and see you. So you really have to know your audience and know how to connect with them, and just understand your audience. And he taught me a lot of that, so I was able to see him take something, an average performance, and turn it into something great.
Okay.
Yeah.
The cliche is wise beyond your years, and especially the case here as someone that's been on the road and just grinding, making things happen for a while. Again, Sophia Radisch, follow-up to Beautiful Sin, coming shortly. Rob Fraboni involved with that. It's going to be crazy. Website, social media, where can people find you? What should they check out?
Oh yeah, I'm on all that social media stuff. So you can check me out at www.sophiaradisch.com, and from there you can find all of my links to all other social media outlets. And thank you so much, Andrew. You're awesome. You're awesome. I love Canadian Musician Magazine, and I'm so honored to be here. So thank you for bringing me. Thank you.
Wow, my cheeks may be getting red, but no, it's been a great week. This is us signing off from Canadian Music Week 2018. Thank you for joining us, those that have been spotting through the weekend, and we'll be back with you on more CMLive. Check out the latest edition of the magazine. We're all over the place.
Yeah.